We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set. 50, green. They're not ready for this. Striker, 3-3. Y'all playing the wrong football.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Red, yellow. Mike 20. Watch the out. Ready.
Lance looking to throw it. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. To throw, it's Lance. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here's Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. The kick by Sanders is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. In motion comes the tight end left. On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and a long way to go. Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Back to the ground with Etienne. He'll get it inside the 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll run with Etienne. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Travis Etienne with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll hit Jackson complete. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right.
Now Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And His throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have regained the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 30 yards as they have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Lance now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Forced out to his left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I like what he showed me in this game because he certainly has understood when it was time to scramble with the ball. On this play, he shows me that he knows when to throw it away as well.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now it's Jackson. That's complete to Mooney. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Lance now on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Lance going to throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
11 yards for number 11. Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Lance. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Tunyon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he finds Austin complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Six yards left on second down. Straight ahead, Etienne. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Jackson now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read. and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. Now it's Jackson. This one finds Austin outright. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again is Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Brandon Ayuk, 33 yards. And the Panthers have yet again retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Everyone, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Ready?
Off of play action, here's Lance. Out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Lance. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he stopped immediately there. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll run with Etienne. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give. It's Etienne off the option. And some room to maneuver. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Field, flat.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And Lance now to throw. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Robert Tonyan, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
They go play action with Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joseph Osai just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance. He's got McLaurin, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now Lance. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson, the man in motion left. Lance back to throw. Throw downfield going to be taken in by Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Lance looking to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. There he goes, right side. 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe you move on to the next lesson where you have to